welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know, I'm Chris FAE, and for all my subscribers, glad you can make it. So last week I reviewed Scream and Loud, the 5th movie coming out next year. So let's continue that with Scream 2. Scream 2 released in 1997, to which I was already born, but only 3 months old. Just like the first film, Scream 2 opens with a very memorable kill. The murder of Maureen Evans. She was killed from an audience of people who did absolutely nothing. Could have thought it was a promotional stunt for the movie within the movie, Stab. And if you think about it, it's kind of sad. I mean, mind you, she is dead. But she didn't want to go to the movies in the first place. She could have stayed home. But her boyfriend, who was killed in the bathroom by Ghostface that I have no remorse for, dragged her there. Now, Scream 2 is of course a sequel, and just like any, it's similar to the original source, yet different. With the fact that this takes place in college, which is a hunting ground for killers. It's also a chance for them to bring in new characters, who are only there to die, but still new. And we also see familiar faces like the OG, OP, Sidney Mother Flippin' Prescott, who was again not like the other final girls I despise. This is after the first movie where all of her friends died and her boyfriend, now an ex, was the one killing them. You would think that she would be traumatized. And she probably is in her own way. But to me, she didn't show it much. Not only does she have a boyfriend, which it was me, I would totally take a while from dating again after my last boyfriend, you know, everybody. But the first phone call she has with Ghostface is iconic. She basically tells him that if you got the balls, then come at me. Come catch these hands. She's a final girl that just swings back. I mean, just ask Gail. Speaking of Gail, and somewhat Dewey, this movie is a movie where she finally does something useful. Besides getting punched in the face not once but twice. Both occasions were her own fault. Of course, the second time was all because she wanted to get the scoop on Cotton Weary, who was the prime suspect in Maureen Prescott's murder since he was one of the guys she was sleeping with. Cotton came off as creepy to me. Like, I get it, you were framed for a murder that you didn't commit, but like, can you back off a little bit? And because we're on the subject of creeps, let's just go jump right ahead into Mickey. He was way more creepier than Cotton. He just completely goes along with Miss Loomis' plan and doesn't even know her. Doesn't question anything. And then goes with the argument that horror movies made him do it. And don't get me started on Mrs. Loomis. She came up with a fake name, pretended to be Gail's #1 fan, and paid the boy's tuition that she doesn't even know just to get revenge on Sidney for killing her son, even though he had it coming. Now, Mickey was a copycat killer in the sense that he was killing people who had the same names of the victims from the first movie. Then it just stops being about copycatting to collateral damage, like Randy Meeks. He killed Randy and he didn't even do it respectfully. Killed him in the back of a van. He deserved better than that. And Mrs. Loomis funded it all. She was basically the Mrs. Voorhees of Scream. All in all, I enjoyed Scream 2 and I respect it. I remember watching another video where the creator was stating about how production was hard because they had to rewrite the script after it got leaked and revealed who the killers were. Dealing with that and still somehow making $1 million movie is amazing. The movie itself, although being a sequel and will always be compared to the original, is great in its own right, from beginning to end, especially the ending. No one knew who the killer was going to be, not even the actors. They legit placed bets of who they thought it was. Then the whole theater scene happened where Cotton basically had Sidney's life inside his hand. Although I don't think he would have shot her. I think he would have still shot Mrs. Loomis. Like, she tried to convince him by saying that Sidney put him in prison for a year, but he wouldn't have gone if her son and his friend didn't frame him. Plus, so there's the fact that Sidney and Gail practically unloaded a whole mag into Mickey, and then Sidney just flat out shoots Mrs. Loomis in the head. This movie was a trip that I'll happily take over and over again. I enjoyed that they kind of had it polished a little bit before and then just goes straight into chaos with all the collateral damage that happened, like the policeman. All in all, it's a great movie to watch and I recommend it to anybody who wants to see a sequel that's actually a good sequel and doesn't seem like the same movie all over again. Anywho, that's it for my review of Scream 2. I hope you enjoyed it and look forward to my review of Scream 3 and 4 and all the videos along the way. As always, if you like this video or you just simply like my channel, feel free to leave a big thumbs up. You know it's right next to it, that subscriber button. And while you're at it, hit the bell to know when I upload videos. And if you have any suggestions for movies or TV shows you would like me to review or just simply talk about on my channel, feel free to comment down below. And with that, I'm Chris FAE and I'm signing off for now.